Give me some heads up. Yep, record.
Well, you could always MC one of these.
There's no need to MC when it's a conversation.
Well, there are people that perhaps don't know what they're clicking on.
They can read the description.
There's always, they might just happen to see a picture and go, that guy looks interesting on the right-hand side, all studlied up.
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
Look at his eyes. I get lost within the depth of their pools. And then they click on it. And then they go, oh, okay. Then someone says, hey, this is...
my mistake. That thumbnail was so small, I got misled. Up close, he looks like a monster.
This is the place where my friend Joe can let loose. He lets the friendly, courteous persona down and lets fly with everything else. All the goodness, all of the good witch Glinda, which appears on his channel, My Life in Collecting, that goes away, and he comes over here as the Wicked Witch. And he comes on this show.
But if you did see, shit, what's that? God damn it, my memory, man. What was that musical that came out a number of years ago where it was the Good Witch, the Broadway musical?
How can you forget that? That's your favorite.
I know. Well, that's. God damn, what was it called?
Man, how many times did you go see it?
Once.
I don't. I think you saw it more than that.
It's the only time I've ever had a front row seat to a thing. But anyway, my point was, you were mentioning the witches and the Good Witch Glinda. She's the one that sucks. Because if you saw that musical, at least the one the production that we had in Toronto, the Green Witch, the bad one, was smoking hot, and I couldn't take my eyes off her the entire show. Meanwhile, the good one, I normally go for the good one because they're blondes, right? She was not as good.
I think you're talking about Wicked.
Wicked, yes. Thank you.
Jesus.
I'd see that again. I told you my memory's going down the toilet.
Anyways, this is the STCPod, the weekly podcast where us two dudes get together and jaw about the things that have been going on. It's mostly me fending off attacks for an hour, but that's always the fun part.
That's the only exercise you get, so take it.
Oh, there it is. There it starts. Hey, let me know. Is there any, is my phone making the microphone?
Nope. I'll tell you.
This might be a new era of the STC podcast.
Oh, yeah. That was actually one of my notes. Where is it here? Bill wasted money on a new phone.
Great note. I didn't waste money unless I got sold a bill of goods, which is possible too.
You stole it?
No, I don't know how it works, but my bill will go down with this newer phone. Sounds too good to be true. We'll see when my next bill comes in. My eldest,
did you have to buy it?
Well, it's where they add on the price to your monthly bill kind of thing.
Right. But so why did you have to? My whole thing was why did you have to get a new phone? Was your old one acting up, or usually it's like a slowdown issue that causes people to get a new phone?
No, I have Samsung Galaxy phones, so they're pretty robust and hold their weight for many years, unlike the Apple predetermined 2-year CAC out, which was happening to my eldest daughter's phone. And I've been pushing off her getting a new phone for a while. I'm not talking to you. And finally, it just got so bad that, yeah, she definitely needed a replacement before school. If you recall, before she started grade 9, we got her like the top of the line Apple iPhone because she has to have Apple. She's already brainwashed into the evil cult that is the Apple. And so I don't know what it was back then, but it was the big honking, huge iPhone. It was really good. And probably
wait a minute. What grade is she in now?
it's going into 11. So it was just over 2 years ago. iPhone 8. Does that sound?
Because they skipped one, right? I think did they go from 8 to 10? I think they skipped.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it was the 10, wasn't it?
Well, no, I got the 10.
Oh, there was a 10, and then there's something with letters too. That's not even a number, right? The iPhone Mega 10 or Mega X.
They did an SE version.
Apple Zanzibar edition.
Are you listening? Oh, what's that background noise? It sounds like an airplane just went by. What'd you do?
I almost had a drink.
Oh.
Okay, so
it wouldn't have been the 10.
Okay, I don't know. I'll move the phone just in case.
Are you sure it's only 2 years old? Anyway.
Yes. It was well past her 2-year thing where you're eligible to upgrade. And I've been putting her off for a long time. She was like, as soon as the 2 years, she's like, time to get a new phone, Dad. I'm like, no, it ain't. That ain't how it works. It's not like they give you a phone after 2 years. You have the ability to re-up, as in agree to pay more, or you can hold on to your device and not pay the monthly payment, of a new phone. Anyways, with this other phone, soon after like the 1-year warranty, right? The part on the screen where you put your finger for the fingerprint or whatever, that kind of like broke inside or something. And every time it vibrated, it made this rattling noise. And that progressed and progressed and progressed. And the phone just started acting randomly, would just start rattling like that for a minute straight. Like there's no way you could take that into a classroom or, yeah, it was really weird. Got really, really bad. Or she was selling me a bill of goods and was embellishing her stories. But anyways, I said, okay, we'll go on a fact-finding mission to find out what's available. No one's buying a phone today. We're just going to find out the facts. So we went there, and of course, it's just before school, right? So the carriers have these huge back-to-school programs or sales or whatever. And turns out we could get her a new phone, and it was like going to slash her monthly bill like way down, like almost in half kind of thing. And she gets a new phone out of it.
How's that possible?
Yeah, I don't know. Magic. So after we worked it out with her phone, I said, okay, what are you going to do for me? Let's take a look at my options. So he showed me the Galaxy 10, which has been out for about a year. And that would have brought my bill way, way down to get a new phone. Well, a 1-year-old Galaxy 10. So I'm like, well, we got a little bit extra cash in the account here. What's about the new phone, the S20? And so he showed me those, and sure enough, with a little bit of tweaking, my bill still goes down, and I can get a new Galaxy 20. Now, my current phone, I've still been happy with the older phone I had. I think it was S7. It's like 3 years old, pushing 4, and the battery's just not as good as it used to be. That's about my only complaint. Well, I used to complain when I used to do videos, and I used to try to do video with the front-facing camera, and that was a fixed focal length. So if you were to put any kind of product in front of the camera, it wouldn't focus on the product. You know what I mean? So that was a complaint. And nowadays, my battery is not as good as it used to be. Oh, so that's why I inquired on a new phone, and they were able to upgrade me with a cheaper monthly payment. So what am I supposed to do? Right?
I don't know. I don't understand how your monthly payment would go down.
I don't know either. I think I probably got screwed.
See how much fighting you got to do with when you get your next bill.
I know. Yeah.
That's always the best when you get a new phone or you switch something on your plan mid-month, and they do some sort of calculation, and then they try to explain it to you. Oh, well, it's only partial here and here, but on your next bill, you'll get a full one, but then you'll get reimbursed, and they expect you to keep track of everything.
Right.
And just give up and just pay.
Well, the one thing is, right, nowadays in Canada, the data plans have gone way down compared to what we were paying, right? We were paying crazy, crazy money for data, and now they're finally catching up to real world prices. Like it's hard to get a data plan that's not 20 gigs a month. That's like it starts there now, and that's at a more cheaper price. So I think that's where the savings come in. And plus they had the sale on these phones where it might be a $2,000 phone or whatever, but they're already crediting back like $800 of it. So then you only have to pay back the rest of that for the next 2 years. So it's
only $1,200 for a fucking phone.
Yeah, well, it's better than 2,000.
You can buy a computer.
It's pretty slick. I really like it. If you want to get into a little review on it now, the Galaxy 20. Well, let me give you my thoughts. What the hell? Here's the deal. You know what? They did a couple Apple things. Normally Apple is copying Samsung, right? But now Samsung has copied Apple for the worse. They still have removable memory, so you can load in memory cards. However, they took away the home button, the physical home button. That's gone. And they took away the headphone jack. So now you have to, your one USB-C is for headphones and power charging.
Yeah, and that's how Apple is.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake in my opinion.
It's a bit of a pain. Well, they expect you to go wireless, right?
Right, which I have the Galaxy Buds, and that's fine. But I like auxing out, right? If I'm sitting on the back deck and got the speakers out there, I want to aux out to those speakers with a cord. So now I'm going to have to get some kind of dongle to go into the Type-C.
Wi-Fi speakers.
No,
why not?
I don't want to.
But you love spending money, so why not just go buy some Wi-Fi speakers now?
I think they must have done that.
Every time I see you, you're buying something.
They must have done that for the waterproofing, right? Because it's like waterproof up to 1 meter or something. So I bet you can't have a headphone jack if you want to keep waterproof.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
So it's a bit. I'm just trying to get used to the no home button thing. That's a bit of a pain. I am nervous they put that fingerprint thing in the middle of the phone, like I just said, failed on my daughter's iPhone, right? So
what do you mean? Doesn't it?
That's the part that broke on her phone.
Yeah, but doesn't it unlock by looking at your picture, visual?
Yes, I could do that. I've never liked doing that on previous phones, so I haven't tried doing that. I don't like having to tilt it at myself. What if I just want to look over at it, and it's obviously not going to see I'm looking at it? You have to tilt it towards you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll try it. I don't know.
It's 2020, man.
Hey, my buddy Lotus is in the chat. Hey, Lotus. Creep's there too.
Oh, man.
And my friend Denise just popped in too. We've got a full party here. Don't expect Joe to say hi to you. He's anti-chat. But please tell him how good he looks in his new camera, and I'll be sure to tell him for you, because he does like that. In your
I
new
can't
setup.
see the chat anyway, the way I'm watching this thing. I'm on my phone.
Yeah. Your phone does do a hell of a job.
How happens if I press chat here? Is it going to mess up? Uh-oh. If I hit chat, I lose the whole picture of you.
Well,
I don't give a fuck. God.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh.
Anyway.
So yeah, my daughter, anyways,
off the phone. Okay.
She got a new iPhone, and I'm just happy that my phone has a way higher retail price than hers this time. I rub that in her face every day.
Don't drop it.
Well, that's the thing.
We actually got a new phone. I don't know what the hell it was, man. Some Chinese phone or something. You know, Rick, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's and when he does like the selfie, or not a selfie, you know, when you reverse the camera to look at yourself,
Mm-hmm.
so you can see yourself, a little camera pops out of the top of the phone, like mechanized. It goes, and a camera pops out. And
Oh,
then when
yeah.
you're done with it, it pops down.
Oh, so it must be a really good lens, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got like 4 lenses on the back too. I don't know. I think that's the way they're going. They're just making these phones into. Let's just concentrate on making them better cameras because we've maxed out everything else they can do, right?
Well, that's what they're trying to sell with this phone, right? They're saying it's a 50 times zoom on it. And the one above this, the S20 Ultra, it has 100 times zoom. But it's all a lie, right? Because it's not really an optical zoom. It's like, oh, it's got 100 times. If it had 100 times zoom lens on it, the lens would pop out that's bigger than Joe's ding dong.
Yeah.
Like, so it's only like, what would it be optically? Maybe 4, and then the rest is all digital. And
yeah, it still looks like shit.
yeah, it's going to look like crap and shaky as anything. So I still can't find the option on here where I get 50 times. I can get up to 30, but I don't know where the 50 times is from. Anyways, that's
probably in your settings.
That's definitely what they're pushing the cameras now as a selling point.
Well, I'm gonna milk mine till it literally melts down in my hands.
Well, you can't because it's Apple, so it's predestined.
No, it's not. They fixed that.
Oh yeah, well, I trust them.
My only issue with my old one was I was running it. Well, aside from going swimming with it and not being waterproof, the battery was going on it. Was my only other real complaint about it.
No,
and the memory was
right,
not big enough for shooting videos and storing it all the time. So
when is Apple just going to suck it up and admit, okay, it's not the end of the world if they can add a memory card?
No, but I got tons of space on mine. I went super big storage.
Dude, you start shooting in 4K,
I don't
that
shoot
storage
4K.
is gone.
You don't need 4K.
I got a camera mode on here that shoots photos at 64 megabytes. How many of those photos you think it'll hold?
Yeah, but you're not meant to leave it on your phone. You're supposed to back everything up in case something happens to your phone.
You know, listen to the Apple indoctrination just flow through. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to use the Apple iCloud and Apple ditch it up the Apple Yim Yam.
I can't understand the iCloud. I just do a hard backup to my computer, and then computer I back it up to 2 external hard drives.
You have to sync it. You sync it to the Apple sync on your Apple computer. You know what I can do? I grab it and drag it and drop it. That's what I do.
I don't sync. I just plug it into the computer and import whatever pictures I want to import.
That's a sync.
That's not a sync. Because when you sync your whole phone. I don't sync my whole phone because it never does what I want it to do. I win. You kids ready for school?
All you guys, if you just were to try an Android, you'd be in. You'd be like, oh my God, everything's so easy.
No, because you forget. I looked at it before when I was trying to pick out. I contemplated going Samsung over Apple again, and I didn't like the feel of it. It just felt so cheap.
Feel. This phone has Gorilla Glass rated 10 on the back, and I think Gorilla Glass rated 5 on the front or something. Curved glass screen. It's beautiful. It's like Cadillac. Had to get a case for it right away, unfortunately.
Cadillacs are garbage.
That's true. Okay, it's a Cadillac from 1971.
No, 79, baby. 79 Cadillac. You kids ready for school?
I've done some back to school shopping, got some markers and stuff, some notebooks, some notepads. Actually, to be honest with you, if I can be honest with you, having second thoughts about sending them back. Might switch to at home.
That's my biggest fear, that they end up staying home for school. I'm 1 week away from things going 50% back to Joey time, back to normal. Just need to get my wife back out of the house now, back to work.
Yeah, you live this freedom lifestyle where you don't have to
I
deal with your
did.
kids, but
I did. Not anymore.
and it's also going to be easier for me. Like what I'm dreading is losing my sleep-in days. And if they're staying at home, I get to keep my sleep-in days. When they get up and do schoolwork, I still sleep in.
You have like a nap during the day anyway, so who cares?
I don't nap during the day.
Please.
Thank you. I
How many
haven't
times
done
you
that
fall
in
asleep on the
years.
couch?
I haven't done that in years. Thank you.
You either have a nap, or you sit on the couch and watch a movie, or you play Beat Basher there, whatever it is, on the PS4.
Beat Bash.
Yeah, where you're banging with the two dongles.
Beat Saber, which I haven't played in forever. I definitely have to get back onto that.
You finally matured.
Definitely.
No, stupid that game.
I really need to get going on that. That's my only exercise. I feel really bad about it. I don't play
adult games.
I feel really bad.
Yeah, you should.
I definitely have to.
You should be embarrassed. Soccer kicked that game out the door.
At least when I walk, I can walk more in a shuffle, like old man Uncle Leo, like you do.
It was a nice sunny day yesterday. I'm going to have a nice leisurely stroll. Why would I power walk when I've been inside all day and I came out to enjoy the sun? Let's make this outdoor walk as fast as possible instead of slowing down and enjoying it.
It was the whole point was to get out and exercise. That was the whole point. That's what I'm saying. And then you do the shuffle.
Walking, you don't get exercise from walking. Waste
Zombie
time.
shuffle.
Speaking of walking, I took my dog for a walk today. He was limping his front right paw. He's I think he's like 10 years old now. I think it's like arthritis setting in.
I don't know. I was gonna say if it was
it's the first time I noticed it.
I know their back legs, like small dogs. You have a Shih Tzu, and I have a Shih Tzu. Smaller dogs like that have bad knees. They have floating kneecaps, which can or cannot be an issue. So I was going to say that could be a thing. But if it's his front paw, I don't know. It could be as simple as got something in it, something stuck between the toes.
Oh. Do I look at that myself, or do I got to bring it to the vet?
Yeah, you could look at the paw. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was at the vet today.
What were you doing?
So the dog needed her yearly shots. She was due for that. And she also has this like cough thing where it's like she's trying to cough up a fur ball, and that's been going on for months and months and months and months. It's not like kennel cough. It's like it would have went away by now, but it's like this constant thing, especially when she gets playing. She can't catch her breath and has to stop and like hack something up, like something stuck in her throat. So we need to find out what that was. And she's constantly grooming herself like a cat. Like she's just grooming like a cat. So I figure it could be hair. So I wanted to get that done and also the shots. But you go there and it is total lockdown, right? You have to park in designated spots, and then you call them and tell them what spot you're in, and then they come out and get the dog and bring the dog and all that. So everyone has to sit there in Denise, you're right. Heart could be one of the issues. So everyone parks beside each other and waits in their car, and and I'm sitting there with all these other people, and I'm noticing how much I hate the rest of society because no one cares about anyone but themselves. Everyone is so selfish and so self-indulged. And for instance, there was one woman 2 cars over, huge Mercedes-Benz SUV, which by the way nowadays is a piece of crap vehicle, very unreliable. the worst reliability, a cash alert vehicle, just suck your wallet dry. And she sat there, dropped her dog off. They came and got the dog. She got back in her car. And I mean, it was a nice, cool, breezy day today. Got back in that car and left it running with her inside the car with the windows open for the entire duration. So about 30, 40 minutes sitting in that car with it running, even though there was no need to do that. So killing the environment, that person. And this other woman pulls up beside me. These are tight parking spots. We all got our windows down. She drops her animal off. They come and get it. And then she sits there and starts lighting up a cigarette in her car. And of course, I'm just 1 foot away from her car. So everything's blowing into my car. It's like, do you have any idea of anything that's happening around you besides your little world? So I don't like leaving the house. It's no good out there. It's no good people. Anyways, do you want to know what the diagnosis could be on this cough?
Sure.
So Denise was right. It could be an enlarged heart. So the heart gets so big, it actually pushes against their trachea. Could be that. Or also dogs suffer, especially small dogs, suffer from these collapsed trachea, where it doesn't have the same kind of muscles as we have that like contract and keep it open. So if they're doing stuff, if they're super active, it can just actually collapse because it's not, it gets twisted or whatever. And the third option could be bronchial, like a bronchitis situation. So we're going to have to keep an eye on her to see. There's ways we can monitor to see if it is an enlarged heart. And they're pretty good with the info. They just didn't tell me, okay, we need x-rays, stat, and anesthesia. And, they actually talked me through it, how we can monitor it at home. So when she's at rest, we're going to have to like count her breaths for 1 minute. And if they're under 30 breaths a minute, which is fine. Over 30 breaths a minute, around 40 breaths a minute, might be an enlarged heart, which we got to come back and then do the whole x-ray and heart workup. And she said you'd need about 2 x-ray images. What do you think that's going to cost? Any guesses on that? Don't forget, everything's all digital now. There's no film we're developing.
Yeah, I say about $300.
Yeah, you're right. 270. And then God only knows what heart medication would be if that's the case.
Well, did I tell you, remember when my dog had a tick? I don't know, it happened during the COVID thing where
really? No, I don't remember.
We weren't, he must have picked it up. No one was outside. They weren't cutting the park grass, so it got kind of long. And then my dog had long hair too, because not being able to go to the groomers. So he must have picked it up, I think, when we did a quick walk through the park. So when I brought him for his haircut after COVID eased up, the groomer found a tick. So then we had to take him to the vet that same day to get the tick removed. And then the vet said, we're going to do blood work on him in a couple months to see how he's doing, right? So I just got a call from them saying, yeah, just doing a follow-up. Pez is due for his blood work. And I go, all right. How much does that cost? $80? So now I'm debating whether or not to bring him in and to do the blood work. He seems fine.
Why does he need the blood work? Just because a tick might have Lyme disease.
Yeah. I don't know. He seems fine.
I don't know. Was the tick
no idea
embedded in there?
No, it was in his forehead, well, on his head part, right? So I never saw it because I was actually working that day, so my wife had to take him to the groomers. So I don't know. I don't know if it was embedded or if it was just on the top. There's no problem getting it off.
Yeah, I would. I mean, it's only $80. That's not a lot, but many dogs get ticks, and you just take them out, and it's not even a vet situation.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on it. Yeah, it's only $80, and then Then I got to buy his kangaroo dog food, so that's like $60. Now he's got this freaking paw issue, so I'm thinking, all right, it's going to be like arthritis medication or something every month.
It's a dog. It's not Joe. You don't need to medicate every single minor thing that,
Well, I don't want him to be in pain.
Like you, that medicate all these phantom aches and pains you have.
It's a bi-weekly self-injection. That's it.
Yeah. That solves what? No one knows.
I do have an ear doctor appointment tomorrow, though, because I've got ringing in my left ear. So he says it could just be hearing loss.
That's hilarious.
So I might have to go for an MRI.
Oh my God! Why? What would cause you to have hearing loss?
That's what he said.
Why?
What?
Why would you have hearing loss? Have you?
No, it was just weird. I've got just ringing in my left ear. It's been going on for a while. And then there was one part where I thought my ear was clogged up, like earwax or something. So then I made the appointment to go see the ear doctor, or to my family doctor, and she didn't see anything. So she referred me to the ear doctor. And then he did like the ear test stuff, and there is a little bit of hearing loss there.
You know what? People who probably haven't heard this before are thinking I'm being crass about my friend who's going through these problems. But those who have listened to all 290 episodes of this show know that Joe has seen every single specialist on every speciality there could be for physicians. He's got ear guys, he's got eye guys, nose guys, you've seen ankle guys, like everything. I'm not the only one to point this out. There have been other people at work who said, Joe, you're going to another specialist? What? Thought you're...
should be concerned.
No, this is an ongoing thing that you love the attention, I think.
No, I hate wasting my time going. I don't want to go tomorrow at 9:00 for this appointment. I was kind of hoping they've completely forgot about it.
No, I think you love it.
Though I haven't been to the eye doctor for a while because this injection is supposed to help clear up the iritis. So I think, but I should do a follow-up because it's been like 2 years since I've seen him. So,
or had any kind of issue.
Yeah, but I want to stay in his record. So if there is a flare-up, I can just pop in.
Lotus is trying to back you up, saying tinnitus is common, and it is common. But tinnitus, my father has that. That occurs when you are subjected to a loud noise. Something causes the tinnitus to occur. But
Yeah.
did Joe pass out and bang his head on the desk, and that was the loud noise? The gong?
Listening to my podcast too loud. Age, man, just age. That's what it is.
You know how my dad got it? And if you guys listen to the Father's Day special edition of STCPod, you'd meet my father on that. You knew that he was in the armed services. And at one point, this is a story he didn't even tell. This is why we need to do another part, because he's got all kinds of these crazy stories. And this is back in the 60s, I guess, when he was training. And this was normal training. You're in a grenade range, right? Learning how to throw grenades and stuff. No hearing protection. It's just go on out and have a good time. Let's throw those things. Can you imagine being on a grenade range without hearing protection?
I don't know how loud grenades are, so I figure if you throw it, it's far enough away, it's not going to bother you.
Oh my God. Well, okay. Maybe if it wasn't the grenade range, how about all the rifle range? That's right there. No hearing protection. So, anyways, well, let us know how that. I'm very concerned for you. I look forward to hearing your prognosis. Where do you have to go for that? Do you got to go to a different city?
No, just it's like 10 minutes away. It's not where I live. It's not where I live. It's the next town over, city, whatever we want to call it.
Oh,
So
interesting.
it's all good.
So if they were to refer you to having a hearing apparatus, would you go for that?
No.
Well, why not? You wear glasses. Why wouldn't you wear
I
a
wear
hearing?
glasses just when I got to read stuff up close. I'm putting a hearing aid in.
What if that cancels out the
I can still
tinnitus?
hear out of the ear, man.
It's the constant ringing must drive you crazy, though, right?
No, you just tune it out like everything else.
They're still trying to figure out how to. They could see you.
Yep, saw that.
I think they still haven't solved a way to block out the tinnitus, because it's not like you need your hearing boosted. It's this constant ringing. And to me, it's like, I wonder why they haven't come up with a way to. It's like noise cancellation, to like pump in out of phase audio into your ear that would cancel out the tinnitus ringing. I wonder if that's a thing that could do it.
Yeah, but the tinnitus is in your ear. It's not like, how do you block something out that's already inside your head? You got to talk to your daughter or talk to her? Go ahead. Let's hear this.
No, I'm wondering what she's doing.
What's she doing?
I don't know.
Turn the camera over. Let's see what's going on.
I can't touch my camera. I'll never get it set right again. It's barely in its spot. Maybe if you cleaned up.
Yeah. Clean up. Go clean your room. Go do the dishes too.
They already did the dishes. That's done. So to get back to it,
what?
Yes, I am back on the fence with should the kids go to school or not. Because I think it's going to be a disaster there. Or, you know, it's going to switch back at some point.
I know they're going to expect an uptick, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's going to be an increase of cases. I just hope they do it. Obviously, I hope they just do it school by school on a case by case basis, as opposed to like, you know, all these schools in Toronto get hit big time. All right, we're going to close down all the other regions too, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, Mrs. Q Dog's talking about buses. I was concerned about the bus at some point. You know, the big kid is on a bus when she's at her mother's house, and it's like, I heard the buses are going to be the Wild West, but then I've also heard, no, it'll be every other seat and special ways to get on and off. But then I've heard there's a bus driver shortage. I don't know. Why can't there just be the rapid testing ready to go? Let's, put all the thought into that.
I'm getting major breakup. Am I breaking up or is that you?
No, I'm not witnessing anything. You're steady as a rock.
All right.
So I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I already said they're going.
Did you turn off your doorbell?
No. Hey guys in the chat, are you experiencing any transmission issues? So they go back, I think, on Friday, a week from. Now Joe did break up, so I'm going to turn off my outdoor Nest camera.
I didn't hear anything you said, but you're good now.
Yeah, Lotus says everything's fine. It could be you, but although my internet has been pretty dodgy the last week or so. But I will turn off my streaming doorbell because that does take a lot of bandwidth.
No, you're good now.
Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was me, though, but got a billion devices hooked up. Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, I just hope they do it case by case and don't mess up my the rest of my year.
I don't know what to say to you. It's not like you even have to teach them when you're at home. You have people for that at home. What's he doing? Hello? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, gee, you're just staring at me. Oh, there he goes. Turns out it was Joe's problem. So, yeah, you guys get to hang out with me for a little bit while Joe dials back in. Oh, here he is. That was fast. What'd you do?
Yeah, I'm having connection issues, I think, man.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Don't know why.
Well, the title of this episode, I don't know if you knew, was called Guess Who's Been Sneaking Out to the Gym? He's frozen again. Damn it. We're just going to get into the gym talk. Because I bet you, Joey can't stay away from the gym. That's my hypothesis. And it's nutso to me because I drive by a gym. There's a gym across the road from my work. Every time I drive in, it's there's a McDonald's there too. So I get my McDonald's coffee and I drive by this gym and people are lined up outside the gym, waiting to get in. So these nut jobs are willing to wait, what, an hour to go work out? That's crazy. So I want to find out if Joe's actually been doing that.
For what?
If you've been going to the gym.
No, you were just talking about McDonald's.
I said
Right.
I get my coffee at the McDonald's and drive by that gym that's there. There's a LA Fitness and people are lined up waiting to get in. I can't imagine
I drove by
doing
mine
that.
today and there wasn't there was a good number of cars in the parking lot, but there was no one lined up. So I'm thinking it's time for me to go back.
You've not snuck in there yet.
No, because what's the word? Froze my membership.
Oh, right.
For
and you're not allowed.
Well, she doesn't want me to, but
no, you're not allowed.
She also doesn't want me spending like $1,000 to buy weight equipment for home. So like, at some point, I got to get back to the gym. This is bullshit.
Do you?
Yeah. It's like, what are you going to do?
What? I don't know.
Maybe I can move back.
Why? What's wrong with where you are?
It's not comfortable.
Oh, geez. Why do you think the location was the issue?
See if it breaks up again.
Why don't you show people the house? We're getting the tour of Joe's ceilings. Yeah. Where's the router?
Maybe it's me.
Yeah, it is you. Where's your router? Oh, boy.
All right. Guess I'm staying where I am.
You could show people all your rooms. You can make a run for who's got the bigger living room, you or the Q Dogs. Okay, look, that's perfect. Now you're seeing, Joe's crotch. And you're seeing those window slats that he was talking about.
Back in the corner, dude.
Where people were saying, what is he talking about? Shutters on the inside. That's it. You just showed people.
Just look at the corner of my wall now.
Show people your indoor shutters.
Looks like I'm in the black void.
Q Dogs don't have indoor shutters.
What was I going to say?
You should show your range hood. Have a range hood off.
My range hood is my microwave.
You don't know what's up the Q Dogs range hood. Could be 10 microwaves up there.
So I finished episode 11 of Star Trek. Almost done season 1. Power through that and hit season 2.
Joe's talking about Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
So you're on season 2 now?
No, I'm just finished episode 11, season 1, again. So you finished 2, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the new stuff.
When's season 3? Have they filmed any of it?
There's promos for it, so I think they're ready to start rolling it out.
Okay, good.
This month.
That's good. Hey, I was going through my my game manuals the other day. Where do you store all your extra manuals? What do you do with it?
I don't have extra manuals. That's for psychotics and manic depressants.
Okay, the manuals for this games that you do have, what do you do with them? Where do you store them?
I might have the shortest of stacks that's sitting on the little storage thing I've developed for my N64 case games, but that's it. I don't. If it's an NES game, it goes in the sleeve with the cartridge.
No,
Done.
that stretches the sleeve.
Oh my gosh!
It looks like shit.
No, it does not. Otherwise, I couldn't give two shiites about the manuals for the old stuff.
Why not? Because there's no manuals for the new stuff. So the old stuff is what you should care about.
If it came with it, it's great, but I'm not going to go search it out. It's not.
No, but if you have it, where do you store it?
I don't have any.
I got mine all over. It's ridiculous.
If I got one, it's in the sleeve with it. And if it's a modern game, it's in the case with it.
I got them in boxes. I got them upstairs, downstairs. I got them sitting on top of games. I got them sitting on top of Transformers.
Yeah. Under your bed.
I got no place to put them, man. I got them in binders.
Well, that's good. That'd be cool.
You can only put so many in the binder because of the way the sleeves are, unless you get proper sleeves.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat to flip through. I bet you could get, bear with me, like a, not a binder, but the scrapbook binder, right? Which are super huge. And there must be special pages that somehow fit that would fit the manuals better. And I could see the validity of flipping through that. That'd be kind of neat to go through all the old manuals that way. But no, I'm not keeping a stack of manuals. Lotus is asking about a CD binder where each CD slot.
That's what I'm using at the moment. But the CD binder, the pages come with 4 CDs per binder, or 4 CDs per side of the page, right? The issue is when you run into the bigger manuals, like Super Nintendo or, that style of size, or even like the NES ones where they're a bit longer, they stick out of the sleeves. So you have to put those in the bottom ones, leaving you the 2 top CD sleeves really only for like Game Boy style of manuals, right? Where they're the small square ones. So you can't put the larger size ones in the 2 top CD sleeves because they stick completely out of the binder and then you can't zipper it shut.
I don't know. I don't know why Eric's staying quiet on this. He's the expert on the manuals.
So I need a solution to store my manuals because I don't keep them with the games unless they're boxes, and I keep them in the box.
Thanks, Melissa, for stopping in. She's taking off.
Are you listening?
Yeah, you have to find a solution because you don't want to just keep them in the box. I listen. This is what I'm trained to do. Follow several conversations at once. And if someone's nice enough to stop by, I'm going to say goodbye to them. God damn it. Like I said, I would suggest going to Michael's, which is our Canadian craft store, and check out their scrapbooking section because the scrapbook stuff is vast and there might be a solution there. Or you go to one of those shelving solution places, and there might be some kind of specialty, like a modular storage thing you could put them in. Eric said he's going to post a pic for you of his manual solution, his solution to manuals. Maybe you should punch a hole in your drywall and stuff them all down in there. And then drywall it back up, and it'll be like this hidden treasure for the next house owner.
A secret panel would relieve me of some storage issue spaces.
Mm-hmm.
I would be down for that.
You should do that.
All right. Anything else?
Well, it was...
My notes are in my other room, so I can't go because all the signal will break up.
All your notes, eh? I'm plowing along through The Dark, that German TV show I told you about, which is all about time paradox and murder mystery and black holes in this German town with a nuclear power plant that is somehow involved. Plowing through that, I'm midway through season 2. It just gets headier and headier as we go along, just trying to keep track of everything. I likened it to how I play video games watching this show. If I put this show down for more than a couple days, I'm lost. I've forget what buttons to push. So yeah, I got to keep hitting that show every day so I can keep track of you look up a family tree for like Game of Thrones to figure out how everything's going on there. Imagine like Game of Thrones on several different universes, stacked up in time. So you got to keep all that straight in your head. It's just a vast story to try and tell, and they're doing a good job. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying you got to hang on for the ride. So that's a lot of fun. That's on Netflix, The Dark. That's excellent. Check that out. But on Saturday, it was the first record store day of the year. Joe's already told me in the past he doesn't care about records. So I don't know if
I never said I don't care about records. I just said I don't need to be out on record store day hunting down records I'll get later. I'm not going to go crazy about it.
No, he said you don't care to watch videos on records or hear about records or
That's not
talk
what
to
you
people
said.
about records. Anyways, it was the
Why
first...
do I have a record collection then if I don't care about records?
That's what I was trying to say when you said I hate watching record videos, when I asked you if you checked out our latest vinyl show happening weekly on this channel. I have no interest in that. Okay.
Why would
makes
I?
a lot of sense.
I like listening to music. I don't need to hear people talking about music.
Okay. So it was record store day. Record store day is normally a spring and fall thing where brick and mortar record stores get a chance to sell exclusive releases to their customers, to get people who are spending money on Amazon and online to go and discover record stores again. This has been going on for years now, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This year is supposed to be spring and the fall. Due to what's been going on, they pushed it back once, they pushed it back again. Now they're doing 3 record store days this year, and the first one was on Saturday. So they broke up. They put out the huge list of everything that's going to be available, but it's in 3 days. One now, one in September, one in October. So this was the first one, and it's always a huge gut punch for me in my town of Barrie, Ontario, because we get such a crap allotment, meaning a store in downtown Toronto will get cases and cases of records from the distributor. And even though the store in Barrie puts in the same order, they'll get maybe 1 box compared to the other store that got 20 boxes, right? So nonetheless, you got to go try. So I was out there. It was yard sale day too on a Saturday. So I had 2 things to do. I got up at 7. It was raining out. So I got to the car and I went, piss on it. It's raining. It's probably not going to be yard sale. So I went back inside and waited for an hour. Oh, this starts the night before, right? We have 2 record stores in town that participate. One is an independent store called BJ's Records and Nostalgia. That's downtown. They don't open till 10. And then the other is Sunrise Records, which is a Canadian franchise here. It's kind of a strong record store franchise in Canada. And they open at 9:30. However, the night before, I'm like, oh my God, these pricks sometimes open up early for record store day. So I got to find out when to go there. Of course, by the time I thought about that, it was 9:30, 10 o'clock at night already. So there's no point calling them. And what does their website say? The website says, call the store for local hours. That does not help me. So the next day, as I'm up early, right, I try to call them to find out when I can go. No one's answering the phone. This customer is unavailable at this time. You know, that generic operator thing? Called at like 7:30, called at 8, quarter after 8. I'm like, piss on it. I'm just going to go. And worst comes to worst, I'm wicked early and have to stand there for an hour. So I go there. By the time I get up there, I did hit a couple yard sales on the way because I saw some. By the time I got there, I run in, and sure enough, they were already open. There's already a line there. So I'm like, you prick bastards. Like, and people have already been going in and out by then. And yet there's still a line. So I got in that stupid line, and they were letting in like 2 people at a time, you know, because it was very stringent on how many people could get in. And by the time I got in there, there was nothing. There was maybe like 20 records on the wall. And like, when I mean by 20 records, 10 of them are the same thing. And then a smattering of other crap. So nothing there. I was pissed. Like I said, the other store doesn't open till 10. So I don't know what, I wasted a little bit of time bombing up and down the street or whatever, and got back to the other place, parked, went down to there. There was already 3 people waiting in that line for that door to open. So I got in another line, waiting in front of another record store. And then all these people started lining up behind me. And then the owner finally opens up the door and it's like, oh, come on in, come on in, come on in. Remember I said Sunrise was letting just a few people in at a time? This guy let everyone in at once. So we're all in a huddle around the spot where the record store day records are. And this guy got even in at even less records. He had maybe 12 records on the wall. 12. And I'm in the middle of a mob now of people because he let everyone in at once. Like, this is a disaster, guys. Crazy disaster. So not only the sucker punch of not getting any kind of allotment, but having to deal with the public. And left. Oh, I didn't leave empty-handed. You'll have to tune in to the vinyl show appearing tomorrow night on this channel to see what I spent my money on, because I'm like, damn it, I'm going to treat myself to something. Full price records just for fun. Actually, that store, he had 20% off the entire store of non-record store day records. So I picked up a couple to treat myself for my efforts for that day. So nothing on the yard sales and nothing on the record store day records. There's a complete wash on Saturday. Not impressed. Not impressed at all.
All right, man. Sorry to hear that. Okay, wrap her up.
Oh, is that it? Are we done? All right, guys.
I'll be seeing you in 2 days.
On Friday. Or you could also pop into the vinyl show appearing tomorrow on this channel, starting at 8 o'clock. So check that out. Come on in. You're going to see some cool stuff we're picking up. And Chris Roberts is guaranteeing a brand new camera. So that's going to be exciting. And so he's going to promise nudity of some sort to show off the new camera. That'll be fun. And Joe's going to call in at some point. He's promised me to do that at some point. And he's just bailed on the call. So now I can talk even more about him. Sure, why not? Do you guys know why Joe won't appear on the vinyl show? Do you think it's just a pure passive aggressive thing or some form of protest? What's he protesting against? I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you think. Well, do a poll. We'll have to do a poll. He's a big YouTube guy, so I don't know why he's not appearing on another show. Anyways, that's the vinyl show. That's appearing tomorrow. If you guys have missed it, I put out a video today of this Bob Dylan scrapbook, which even if you're not a Bob Dylan fan, it's kind of cool to see all of the neat contents that Simon & Schuster jammed into this official publication. It's all these reproduction pieces of like lyric sheets and ticket stubs and old promo material. It's really neat. It's really long. I apologize for that, but there's so much to go through. It was a lot to go through. Anyways, that's appearing on this channel. I got a pickup video appearing again. There's lots of stuff going on, so hit the subscribe button. And if you're listening to us on the podcast, thank you so much for downloading on the podcast side, having us in your ears. Appreciate it. All right. Thanks everyone for being in the chat. Lotus, good night. Denise, good night. Mrs. Q Dog, Eric, all you guys, Creep, if you're still there. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Hit the subscribe button. And I will post it.